Merry Christmas to you all. Last evening at the First Presbyterian Church in West Seneca, we had a Christmas Eve service with communion. And for my talk, I gave one of the readings from Frederick Buechner's book, The Magnificent Defeat, which is a book of his writings of various talks and sermons. This one is for especially the season of Christmas, and it's a story, a writing called The Innkeeper, and this is how it goes. It was a long, long time ago, and a long, long way away, but then nobody seems to have forgotten my own sad, queer part in it all, unless, of course, they've forgotten the truth. But then you can't blame people for forgetting the truth, because the truth, after all, is such a subtle and evasive commodity. In fact, all that may distinguish truth from a lie may be nothing more than the flicker of an eyelid or the tone of a voice. If I were to say, "I believe," that might be a lie. On the other hand, if I were to say, "I believe," that might be the truth. So you can't blame people for forgetting all the subtleties and making me out to be that bad villain, the one who said no room, no room. And I'll even grant you that a kind of villainy may be part of the truth. But you're not going to be able to call me that bad villain without at least a tremor or a hesitation, maybe even the flicker of almost a tear in your own eye. Because nothing is entirely bad, especially the human heart. But tonight I speak to you not as idealist, but as a realist. Do you know what it's like to try to run an inn, or a business, a family, or your own life for that matter? It's like being lost in a forest of 1,000,000 trees, and every tree is a thing to be done. Did the children put on their coats before they went out? Did fresh linen get put on the beds? Was that letter written? Did the book get read? Is there money enough left in the bank? Oh, today we have food in our stomachs and clothing on our backs, but what can we do to make sure we'll have those things tomorrow? Oh, 1,000,000 things, 1,000,000 trees. Until finally we have eyes for nothing else, and everything we see just turns into a tree, into a thing to be done. Like that sparrow lying in the dust at your feet, just something to be kicked out of the way, not the mystery of death. Or the voices of children calling outside your window, only a distraction and irrelevance, not the wildest miracle of them all. And that soft whisper which comes sudden and soft out of nowhere, only the wind, only the wind. Oh, I speak to you as a man of this world. Yes, I remember the night that it happened. I was at my desk going over my accounts for the day when I looked up just in time to see the woman coming through the door, walking in that heavy-footed sort of way that women do in the last months, as if she were walking on the bottom of the sea or in a dream. Her husband followed a little bit behind her, I thought a hapless, tongue-tied sort of looking man. I don't remember any conversation being made, but I'm sure there was some. It was clear enough what they wanted. Mostly it was just that clumsy silence of the poor. You know what I mean. I also remember that the stars had come out that night, and I don't know why I should remember that, being inside as I was. My wife's cat had also jumped up and was laying there on the side of the table with me. But then it happened pretty much as you have heard, but I did not lie when I said that there was no room. Although perhaps if we'd had room, I might have lied as much as for their own sake as for the sake of the inn. It's just that, well, their kind would have felt more comfortable in the stable, that's all. And I don't say that unkindly. God knows. So, later that night, when the baby was born, I don't remember seeing or hearing a thing. That moment when a nobody becomes a somebody, I was still lost in that forest of a million trees, a million things to be done. 15 steps down to the cellar, watch your head, the woods to the left. Oh, if the fire goes out, the heart dies. Only the wind, only the wind. As to what I heard later, I don't rightly remember what I heard, but this much I do know, my own true love. All of your life, you and I look for it, we wait for it. Our destiny, our hope, our heart's desire. So how am I to say this now? When it came, I missed it. Oh, pray for me, my brothers and sisters. Pray for me, the innkeeper. And pray for us all. For when it came, I missed it.